Hello my friends. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to see you here today. In this video, we are going to talk about some of the ways in which humans are damaging the environment. A healthy environment is essential for all forms of life on Earth. It provides us with clean air to breathe, safe water to drink, fertile soil to grow food, and stable weather patterns to support daily life. Nature also offers beauty, peace, and a sense of balance that enriches our well-being. However, in recent decades, the natural environment has been suffering due to the increasing impact of human activities. As the global population grows and technology advances, our demand for resources continues to rise, putting immense pressure on the Earth's ecosystems. Human actions such as deforestation, industrial pollution, overconsumption, and reliance on fossil fuels have caused serious damage to the planet. Forests are being cut down at alarming rates to make space for agriculture and urban development. Factories and vehicles release harmful gases into the air, contributing to global warming and poor air quality. Rivers and oceans are becoming polluted with chemicals, plastics, and waste, threatening marine life and contaminating our water supply. Meanwhile, the burning of coal, oil, and gas releases greenhouse gases that trap heat in the atmosphere, leading to climate change and extreme weather events. These environmental problems are not just distant issues, they affect our everyday lives and future generations. Rising temperatures, stronger storms, food shortages, and water scarcity are becoming more common around the world. If we continue to damage the environment at this rate, we risk losing the natural balance that supports life. This presentation will explore some of the main ways humans are harming the environment, why these issues matter, and what we can do to protect our planet. Understanding the causes of environmental damage is the first step toward creating a more sustainable and responsible future for everyone. Air pollution is one of the most serious environmental problems facing the world today. It is mainly caused by human activities such as emissions from vehicles, industrial factories, and the burning of fossil fuels like coal, oil, and natural gas. As cities grow and economies develop, the number of cars on the road and the demand for electricity increase, leading to higher levels of harmful gases being released into the atmosphere. Common pollutants include carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen oxides, and fine particulate matter, PM 2.5, which can stay in the air and be inhaled by people. The effects of air pollution on human health are alarming. Breathing polluted air can lead to serious respiratory and cardiovascular problems, such as asthma, bronchitis, heart disease, and even cancer. Children, the elderly, and people with pre-existing health conditions are especially vulnerable. Long-term exposure to polluted air can reduce life expectancy and lower the quality of life for millions of people around the world. In addition to harming human health, air pollution is a major contributor to climate change. When fossil fuels are burned, they release large amounts of carbon dioxide, CO, a greenhouse gas that traps heat in the Earth's atmosphere. This leads to global warming, which causes rising sea levels, melting glaciers, and extreme weather events like floods, droughts, and wildfires. Other pollutants like methane and black carbon also contribute to the warming effect and further damage the planet's climate systems. Reducing air pollution requires global cooperation and changes in our daily habits. Shifting to renewable energy, improving public transportation, and using cleaner technologies can help lower emissions and create healthier environments. Addressing air pollution is not just about protecting the planet, it's about protecting ourselves and future generations. Deforestation is the large-scale removal of forests, and it is one of the most harmful human activities affecting the environment today. Forests are being cut down primarily for agriculture, logging, and urban development. As the global population grows, more land is needed to grow crops and raise livestock, especially in tropical regions like the Amazon rainforest. Logging for timber and paper products is also a major cause, as well as the expansion of cities and infrastructure that requires clearing large areas of land. The consequences of deforestation are severe and far-reaching. One of the most immediate effects is the loss of biodiversity. Forests are home to more than half of the world's plant and animal species. When trees are cut down, Countless species lose their natural habitats and are pushed closer to extinction. This loss of biodiversity weakens ecosystems and reduces nature's ability to recover from environmental stresses. Another critical impact of deforestation is its contribution to global warming. Trees absorb carbon dioxide, CO, one of the main greenhouse gases responsible for climate change. When forests are destroyed, not only is this carbon-absorbing capacity lost, but the carbon stored in trees is also released back into the atmosphere. This accelerates global warming and contributes to more extreme weather conditions, rising sea levels, and disruption of climate patterns. Furthermore, deforestation can lead to soil erosion, reduced rainfall, and poor air quality. Forests play an essential role in regulating the Earth's water cycle and maintaining ecological balance. Without them, the land becomes more vulnerable to droughts and floods. To protect our environment, it is crucial to promote sustainable land use, reforestation, and conservation practices. Preserving forests is not just about saving trees, it's about preserving life on Earth and ensuring a livable planet for future generations. Water pollution is a growing environmental issue caused mainly by human activities that contaminate oceans, rivers, lakes, and other water bodies. One of the primary sources of water pollution is industrial waste. Many factories discharge toxic chemicals, heavy metals, and other hazardous substances directly into nearby water sources without proper treatment. These pollutants can poison aquatic life and make the water unsafe for human use. Another major contributor is plastic dumping. Millions of tons of plastic waste, such as bottles, bags, and packaging, end up in the ocean every year. Plastics break down into microplastics, which are consumed by fish and other marine animals, often causing injury or death. Over time, these plastics make their way into the food chain, affecting not only marine ecosystems but also human health when seafood is consumed. Sewage and wastewater from households and cities also play a significant role in water pollution. In many parts of the world, untreated sewage is dumped directly into rivers and oceans. This waste contains harmful bacteria, viruses, and chemicals that pollute water sources and spread diseases. As a result, millions of people, especially in developing countries, lack access to clean and safe drinking water. The consequences of water pollution are alarming. For marine life, polluted waters lead to the destruction of coral reefs, massive fish die-offs, and the loss of biodiversity. For humans, polluted water can cause serious health issues such as cholera, dysentery, and poisoning. It also affects agriculture, fisheries, and tourism, threatening food security and livelihoods. To combat water pollution, it is essential to enforce stricter environmental regulations, improve waste management systems, and raise public awareness about pollution prevention. Clean water is a basic human right, and protecting it is crucial for both the planet and the well-being of all living beings. Climate change is one of the most urgent challenges facing our planet today, and it is largely driven by human activities. The burning of fossil fuels, such as coal, oil, and natural gas, for energy, transportation, and industry releases massive amounts of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, especially carbon dioxide, CO, and methane. These gases trap heat from the sun, creating a greenhouse effect that causes global temperatures to rise. This warming of the Earth's atmosphere, known as global warming, is the central cause of climate change. As a result, we are already witnessing significant and dangerous changes to our environment. Global temperatures are rising, making heat waves more frequent and severe. This warming is causing polar ice caps and glaciers to melt, leading to rising sea levels that threaten coastal cities and low-lying countries. The warming also disrupts natural weather patterns, leading to more extreme and unpredictable weather events such as intense hurricanes, floods, droughts, and wildfires. These changes affect agriculture, water supply, and living conditions across the globe. In addition to environmental damage, climate change has social and economic consequences. It can lead to food shortages, displacement of people, and damage to infrastructure. Poor and vulnerable communities are often the hardest hit, even though they contribute the least to global emissions. To slow down climate change, It is essential to reduce our reliance on fossil fuels and transition to clean energy sources like solar, wind, and hydroelectric power. We must also promote sustainable practices in transportation, agriculture, and consumption. Tackling climate change requires global cooperation and immediate action. The future of our planet depends on the choices we make today, and we all have a role to play in creating a more sustainable and stable environment. In today's modern society, overconsumption has become a serious environmental issue. Driven by consumer culture and constant advertising, people are buying more than ever before, often far more than they actually need. This endless cycle of buying and discarding products leads to enormous amounts of waste, much of which ends up in landfills, polluting the environment and harming ecosystems. Landfills are now overflowing with items that could have been reused, recycled, or avoided altogether. One of the biggest contributors to this problem is single-use plastics. Products like plastic bags, bottles, straws, and packaging are used once and then thrown away, often within minutes. These plastics take hundreds of years to break down and are rarely recycled properly. Instead, they accumulate in landfills and oceans, where they threaten marine life and enter the food chain through microplastics. Another major source of waste is the fast fashion industry. This industry encourages consumers to frequently buy cheap, trendy clothing that is quickly discarded when styles change or items wear out. These garments are often made from low-quality materials and synthetic fibers, which are difficult to recycle and harmful to the environment during both production and disposal. The fashion industry is responsible for huge amounts of water usage, chemical pollution, and textile waste every year. Overconsumption not only harms the planet, but also promotes a throwaway mindset that values convenience over sustainability. To combat this, we must shift toward more responsible consumer habits, buying less, choosing durable and eco-friendly products, reusing items, and supporting circular economies. Reducing waste is not just about recycling, it's about rethinking the way we consume altogether. By making more mindful choices, individuals can help reduce the pressure on the planet and protect the environment for future generations. The loss of biodiversity is one of the most critical environmental issues caused by human activity. As human populations grow, we continue to expand our cities, farms, and industries into natural areas. This expansion leads to habitat destruction, which is the primary cause of biodiversity loss. Forests are cleared for agriculture, wetlands are drained for development, and oceans are polluted by industrial waste and plastic. As a result, many species lose their homes and their ability to survive. Pollution also plays a major role in damaging ecosystems. Chemicals from pesticides, oil spills, and untreated waste poison the air, soil, and water, making it difficult for plants and animals to thrive. Noise pollution and light pollution even interfere with natural behaviors like migration, mating, and feeding. As a result of these pressures, many animals and plants are now endangered or on the brink of extinction. Iconic species like tigers, elephants, rhinos, and polar bears are all struggling to survive in shrinking habitats. But biodiversity loss is not just about large, visible animals. Even insects, birds, fish, and plants are disappearing at alarming rates. This decline in biodiversity causes ecosystem imbalances. Every species plays a role in maintaining the health of an ecosystem. Whether it's pollinating crops, cleaning the air and water, or keeping pest populations in check. When one species disappears, it affects many others in a chain reaction, sometimes leading to the collapse of entire ecosystems. Protecting biodiversity means protecting life itself. Efforts such as habitat conservation, reducing pollution, enforcing anti-poaching laws, and promoting sustainable development are essential. By valuing all forms of life and understanding our place in nature, we can help restore balance to the environment and ensure a healthy planet for generations to come. The ocean, covering over 70% of the Earth's surface, is a vital part of our planet's ecosystem. It provides food, regulates the climate, and supports countless forms of life. However, human activities, especially overfishing, are placing tremendous pressure on marine ecosystems. Overfishing occurs when fish are caught faster than they can reproduce, leading to the depletion of fish populations. Many popular species such as tuna, cod, and salmon are now at risk due to unsustainable fishing practices, including the use of massive trawling nets that catch everything in their path, including endangered species and marine mammals. This disruption doesn't just affect individual species, it throws off the entire balance of marine ecosystems. Predators lose their prey, coral reefs suffer from the loss of fish that help clean them, and communities that rely on fishing for food and income are left with dwindling resources. Illegal, unreported, and unregulated (IUU) fishing further adds to the problem, making it difficult to protect marine biodiversity. In addition to overfishing, other threats like coral bleaching and ocean acidification are damaging the ocean's delicate systems. Coral bleaching happens when ocean temperatures rise, causing corals to expel the algae they depend on, leaving them white and dying. These coral reefs are essential habitats for thousands of marine species. Ocean acidification, caused by excess carbon dioxide, CO, being absorbed into seawater, reduces the water's pH and affects organisms like shellfish and coral that rely on calcium carbonate to build their shells and skeletons. Protecting the ocean requires international cooperation and stronger marine conservation laws, sustainable fishing methods, marine protected areas, and a reduction in carbon emissions are critical to preserving ocean health. If we don't act now, we risk losing one of Earth's most important life support systems. Soil is one of the most essential natural resources on Earth. It provides the foundation for food production, supports plant life, and stores carbon, playing a vital role in maintaining environmental balance. However, human activities, especially in agriculture, have led to increasing soil degradation. Intensive farming practices, such as overcultivation, overgrazing, and monocropping, put enormous stress on soil systems. To maximize yields, farmers often rely heavily on chemical fertilizers, pesticides, and herbicides, which may boost short-term productivity but damage the soil's natural structure and fertility over time. As a result, the soil becomes less able to retain nutrients, water, and organic matter. This decline in soil health reduces crop productivity and threatens the long-term sustainability of agriculture. One of the most alarming consequences of soil degradation is desertification, a process in which once fertile land becomes dry, barren, and unable to support life. Desertification is especially severe in arid and semi-arid regions, where the combination of poor land management and climate change accelerates land degradation. Soil degradation also leads to food insecurity, as degraded lands yield smaller and less nutritious harvests. This affects not only local farmers but also global food supply chains, increasing the risk of hunger, poverty, and social unrest. In developing countries, where many people rely directly on agriculture for their livelihoods, the impacts are even more devastating. To address soil degradation, it is crucial to promote sustainable farming practices, such as crop rotation, organic farming, reduced chemical use, and reforestation. Restoring soil health is essential for ensuring food security, protecting ecosystems, and combating climate change. Healthy soil means a healthy planet, and preserving it must be a global priority for both present and future generations. As we face the growing challenges of environmental degradation, it's clear that the responsibility to protect our planet doesn't lie with governments or corporations alone. Each of us can make a difference. By adopting eco-friendly habits, we can collectively help mitigate the damage caused by overconsumption and pollution. Simple actions like recycling, reducing waste, and conserving water can significantly reduce our carbon footprint. Using renewable energy sources, such as solar or wind power, not only helps reduce greenhouse gas emissions but also promotes a cleaner, more sustainable future. By choosing eco-friendly products and supporting companies with sustainable practices, we can drive demand for greener alternatives and influence industries to adopt more environmentally conscious methods. In addition, it's important to support green policies and advocate for legislation that prioritizes environmental protection. Voting for leaders who are committed to addressing climate change, promoting clean energy, and enforcing environmental regulations is crucial for long-term change. But action isn't always about big decisions, it starts with small, everyday choices. Remember, small actions matter. When millions of individuals choose to reduce waste, conserve energy, and support sustainable practices, the cumulative effect can be immense. Whether it's using reusable bags, walking instead of driving, or planting trees, these habits may seem minor, but they add up. We all share this planet, and it's our collective responsibility to care for it. By making conscious decisions in our daily lives, we not only protect the environment but also set an example for others to follow. The time to act is now. Let's commit to living more sustainably, advocating for the environment, and inspiring others to do the same. Every action, no matter how small, contributes to the health of our planet and the future of all living beings. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope you enjoyed this topic and learned something new. Remember, you can watch this video as many times as you want to practice your speaking. Repeating the story will help you improve your pronunciation, rhythm, and confidence in English. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe before we go. Let me leave you with this: learning English is not just about words and grammar. So keep practicing, stay curious, and enjoy the journey. See you in the next video.